Imagine if you had to conform. I mean, imagine if COVID came around and you just had to go in.
I did.
All in on all of it.
I did have to conform. I didn't want the vaccine at all. Not that.
So it's nice to see. Again, I have been very critical of Bill Maher when he deserves it. But here he is. It took Adam Carolla, who was right about COVID since the beginning. So I know Adam Carolla takes a lot of guff, but he was certainly right about that. And here he is talking to Bill Maher, and watch how he gets Bill Maher to admit that he was forced. Even a million. Let's watch.
Imagine if you had to conform. I mean, imagine if COVID came around and you just had to go in.
I did.
All in on all of it.
I did have to conform. I didn't want the vaccine at all. Not that I'm against all vaccines, just I didn't think I needed that one. But I had to have it. I couldn't have continued my life.
Right.
They wouldn't have let me do the show, and I had to do it here. I did it in this room.
Well, that's...
So Bill Maher just told you that he was working from home. And that's how satanic and authoritarian and Nazi-like Hollywood is, that even though he was working from home, they made him take an experimental medical treatment that Pfizer calls a gene therapy. They made him take an experimental medical treatment, and it's still... He doesn't know what the side effects are. You don't know what the side effects are for at least 10 years. We're only 5 years in.
Remember, so Jimmy, what he said?
If you think you got out of it without any bad effects, you don't know yet. Yeah. And he went along with it. I mean, he already had all the money in the world.
Remember what he said?
He has a lot of money, Bill. He has enough money that he donated $1 million to Barack Obama's re-election campaign 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Wait, but Jimmy, we covered him a while ago saying, I got my shot. I took one for the team.
For the team.
That? And you go, what?
Why would you? You took a shot for the team? No, he took a shot because they wouldn't let him do his show unless he took the shot. Now, I took the shot, not because of that, but because I was dumb. I got propagandized.
I'm an idiot that took 2 shots. I think he didn't take the shot. The reason he had to take it was because he wouldn't be invited to orgies. Because he's a big brothel orgy guy, remember?
Okay. But
that's what I think.
There he is saying that they wouldn't let him do his show in his own house unless he took the experimental medical treatment.
And a rich guy bitched out. What a punk.
And he did it.
Yeah. Go have dinner with Netanyahu, you punk.
He did it. And that's Adam Carolla's response, like, oh my God, you went along with it? You don't need the money, and you still went along with it? He doesn't need the money. I did it because I literally thought I was going to die if I got COVID. That's how they made me think because I have a pre-existing condition. I have a bone disease they can't cure. They can only treat. And I thought it was going to go right to my bones and kill me because it almost killed me once, my bones. So I thought it was going to happen again. And that's why they had me so scared that I got the vaccine. And then as soon as I got vaccine injured, I looked into it and I found out they were lying about everything. They lied about.
You say yourself, Jimmy, you got to fight with your brother because you were overboard on the.
I know. I was wrong. I apologize to my brother. I got an argument with him. I yelled at him and his wife because I felt like they weren't locked down enough.
That's the thing. I try to explain this to people. I'm not smarter than nobody. I'm dumb. But once I figure out I've been had, I'm not going to keep going along with it.
It was, So there's more to this. Yeah. Let's watch. There's more to this. So I half feel sorry for Bill Maher. I have to, but at the same time, he didn't need the money. Right. Anyway, here we go.
Basically what I'm saying, let's talk about the vaccine. The vaccine came around and COVID came around. And I have twins, and at the time, boy, girl, with the fucking Pop-Tarts. God damn it. and they were like 14, and
14?
There were 14 at the time of COVID. And I had, at the time, elderly parents. Right. And so people would come to me and they'd go, what about the vaccine? And I would go, well, my elderly mom and my elderly dad should get the vaccine. Perfect. And my kids shouldn't get the vaccine. And they go, so you're against vaccines. And it's like, Can we have a little fucking nuance here, you idiots?
That is such a perfect microcosm of reasonableness to me.
Right.
Like, yes, 14 and 94 are different.
Yes.
And if you don't...
That is unless they're Palestinians, in which case inject them with explosives.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great. I'm like, oh, this is a perfect microcosm of Bill Maher with Israel. I don't like genocide, Bill. Oh, you hate the Jews.
That's exact right. So just like when you say, hey, maybe my grandparents should get it, but my kids don't need it. They say, oh, you're anti-vax. Just like when you say, hey, I don't think we should slaughter children. You hate the Jews. Bill Maher does the exact same thing. Just
why?
Just with a different subject. Why?
He's Chelsea Handler at the end of the day. He's a childless, lonely man whose only thing in life is going to parties. That's why he fired his agents for not getting him in that CAA
party. Oh, you're right.
So if he can't hang out with Hollywood, what's he going to do? Hang out in his big house alone? There's only so many black hookers he can fuck, right?
You gotta be. It's so dark. Here we go. They got more to say.
See that? You are not the science people.
No, you're actually anti-science because my 14-year-olds don't need it at all because they're healthy, thin, and active, and my elderly parents do, and so that's where I come down on this. Why is that an issue?
Well, because there's more in the shots that they want to put in your body than they're telling you. I would say that's why, Adam.
Yeah. So I just want to let them know, though, that it didn't really even protect your parents because, as the Cleveland Clinic proved, a 50,000 person study by the Cleveland Clinic finds that the more doses of COVID vaccine you've received, the more likely you are to become infected with COVID.
Yeah, it's on purpose. It's not a mistake. They're not doing the best they can.
Is that and I say in my act, is that the way vaccines are supposed to work? By making you more susceptible to infection?
Right. To an engineered
virus. And here
virus.
it is. So here it is. If you have 0 doses, that's your rate of infection. If you have 4 doses, that's your rate of infection. You see how if you get more doses, there's 1 dose, 2 dose, 3 dose, 4 dose. No dose.
Oh, now that we know your leaders eat children, do you think they would give you something to help you fight a virus or to kill you faster? Soft kill, I believe, is the term they use for the useless eaters, which is you. I love those eat the rich shirts. No, the rich eat you, asshole. That's how that works. And literally.
Literally all my friends in comedy, and almost, I would say 98%. 98. There's not all of them, right? There's you. There's Joe Rogan. There's a few people that write me and tell me, don't mention my name, but I'm with you on this. I got vaccine injured. They don't want their name to be known, but they just want to be on the right side of the issue. It's like Ryan, what's it called? Sketch, trying to figure out what I should tweet.
Yeah, right. Ryan's got some good ones about Epstein files.
So that's what this is. Is they're like, oh, what side should I be at? Oh, everybody's on the pro-vax side, so then I'll be on it. And they don't do any research into what they're on the right side about. But that's what the TV's there for, Kurt. And we pay them to be smart for us, the people on TV.
Yeah, that's what the TV's there for, to hypnotize boomers.
That's right. So, and I just want to remind you, and I showed this in another segment, that they lied to you about how effective the vaccine was. They said the vaccine was 95% effective. That was a lie. The vaccine was less than 1% effective, and I'll show you this real quick.
Pfizer reported that its vaccine shows a 95% efficacy. That sounds like it protects you 95% of the time, right? But that's not actually what that number means. That 95% refers to the relative risk reduction, but it doesn't tell you how much your overall risk is reduced by vaccination. For that, we need absolute risk reduction. In the Pfizer trial, 8 out of 18,198 people who were given the vaccine developed COVID-19. In the unvaccinated placebo group, 162 people got it, which means that even without the vaccine, the risk of contracting COVID-19 was extremely low at 0.88%, which the vaccine then reduced to 0.04%. So the net benefit, or the absolute risk reduction that you're being offered with a Pfizer vaccine, is 0.84%. That 95% number, That refers to the relative difference between 0.88 and 0.04%. That's what they call 95% relative risk reduction. And relative risk reduction is well known to be a misleading number, which is why the FDA recommends using absolute risk reduction instead. Which begs the question, how many people would have chosen to take the COVID-19 vaccines had they understood that they offered less than 1% benefit? You're entitled to know the risks and side effects.
So I just wanted to show you that again, so you know that even when someone is sufficiently skeptical of the COVID narrative, and Adam Carolla says, "Well, my parents should get it, but not my 14-year-old." I wonder if they know about this. Probably not.
Nope. No one should ever have gotten it. Just like the virus that didn't exist until they made it in a lab.
So this guy says, "F Bill Maher, dude is worth $100 million. He didn't have to do the shot. There are millions, probably a lot more, of people that were 1 to 3 months away from living on the street with their kids if they didn't inject that stuff. That was the choice they faced. Mask is off. It's been 5 years. Arrest everyone." I'm with you.
Who are you going to get to arrest them? They're all in on it. They're all in on it. Everyone's in on it.
So it just goes to show you that there are layers of the importance in Hollywood. So even if you're in the club like Bill Maher's in the club, he apparently wasn't important enough for them to say, "Don't worry, we're going to give you the saline solution." In fact, don't worry. Because all batches of the vaccine were not the same.
That's right. And Duncan said he got his shot, and the guy's like, "I like you, man." And he thinks the guy didn't give him the real shot.
Oh, really?
Said that to him. Yep. Some people got fake shots too. They put, that was the thing they said. There's like placebo, because they rush it. They didn't do the normal.
Right.
What you should do. So some people got a fake shot.
I don't
even know how that's okay. I don't get it.
I mean, I can't vouch for that. I don't know if that's true. If people got a fake shot, I do know for a fact that the batches were not the same. Everybody didn't get the same shot.
Biden certainly did not get the real shot. This is not even a conspiracy. And you didn't, obviously, and you
didn't get the shot that they tested. Also, we've covered all this.
Yeah.
We've covered all this. Come see me on tour. I'll be in Lansing, Milwaukee, Albuquerque, Houston, Dallas, Salt Lake City, Las Vegas. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. If you go anywhere else, you're going to pay more.